felt dishonest, guys. It felt like you can make one image look like a film image, but it's not gonna work on everything else. So how do we find that balance? How do we get a look that has the look of a film, but that works on everything? And we tested and we tested and we experimented and we refined, and that's what we got.
Let's be honest, the real reason the 80s is trending is because of film. That was like the glory days. I think we need to like go out and try and find some 80s clothes or something like that. So, regreso a la días de las filmas. Vámonos. Gracias.
Let's do this. Super excited. It doesn't matter whether we're shooting street or portraits or anything. Filmist is analog for digital. It's this idea, this inspiration that we get from film. The retro film look is kind of trending, right? And there's these packs out there, and some of them are good, some of them are not so good. The problem that you may have found is it looks good on their demo image and not so much on yours. So when we went to work on Filmist, we're like, we want film emulsions. We want the film look, the analog look. There's something magical about film. Film is different depending on how you process it, depending on the batch even. And so to say this look is this film felt a little disingenuous, and we wanted to do more than that. So we started by making films that emulated films. But then we'd study different color variants. We would look at our own scans where one film would look one way in one shot and another way in another shot, even though it was the same film. And then we tested and tested and tested. And I think this is one of the things that really sets Filmist apart. We'd start with a look and then we'd test it on dozens of files. We'd test it on portraits, on landscapes, on JPEGs, on RAW files, even on mobile images. We would test it on different camera types. I can rely on it to give me that film look. I can rely on it to say, well, hey, I want the portrait look, or I want the Kodachrome look, or I want the Velvia look. This is rich and it's beautiful, and it throws back to an era where photography was subtle, where light was important, and where the finished image, that one finished image, mattered. Because you start with fundamental films that you know and love, and then you carry through into variants and experimental films and going further, so that you always have something, no matter what you're trying to edit, no matter what your visualization is, that's gonna give you that rich look. They don't say, oh wow, did you do some creative digital effect? They just say, oh wow. And that's Filmist. I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. Did I get the vibe there?